James has been awarded a soccer scholarship to go to America, and he becomes the envy of his village. His girlfriend Jani is, however, skeptical of what a long-distance relationship can do to love. But when Jani is kidnapped by unknown creatures, James plunges into the mysterious forest at the risk of his life and his American dream to find Jani. Definitely interesting. Now for the first time I'm seeing the eyes. I didn't see the eyes. And then there's a bit of jungle-ish, and then you can see the text. It's so cool. I've never really actually looked at the cover this way. Okay, those eyes are creepy, seriously. But never give up on your dreams, never ever. I'm also reading When We Speak. I think it's a reread. I love this book, and this was one of my favorite poems. I love Like Them, Wanjiko Mungai. It says, there was something about how he held her. With one look you could see he belonged with her. It was a moment no camera could capture. She was his world, and she looked at him like he was everything. They weren't always like that. There was a time their eyes were haunted, a time when darkness was the only thing they had. And no, this isn't a story of damaged people, it's a story of survivors. The people who fought their demons to be with each other. They knew they weren't right for anyone, not even themselves. Hey, you need a shower and you're busy sleeping. Yeah, you're the leader. I'm seducing him. Looks like it might be rainy. Say hi. Hi. Yeah, I know you hate me at this moment. Evening, and thank God the construction has stopped. I think they have finally finished laying out the last slab, so from today on it will be a bit quiet. So I want to make a book sleeve, like I said I would in the Kenyan Readathon video. If you haven't watched the video, please do watch. I've added it into the cards over here, and I want to make something of this sort, only that the dragon will be replaced by the flag of Kenya. This is what we call double knitting, and then it's also padded. Now I just want to cast on my stitches and start my crafting. Hopefully by the end of next week it will be ready for me to do that giveaway, right? Just for by the way, I wrote this pattern, book save pattern, published it on Instructables. If you'd love to make one from home, I will add the links to the pattern and go try. You don't have to use a dragon. It's really actually very easy, and so I've added it there like below. I'm rewatching Resilient Isles. Since because of this strike there have not been any new series until 2024, so we are going back to our favorite things, and this is one of Tess Gerritsen series, if you didn't know, that turned into a TV show. I'm loving that. I am enjoying it again. I actually don't remember most of the things, and I don't know if I finished it or I left it hanging, but I feel like I left it hanging. So yes, let's do this.
Just for once in my life, could you please knock? Hey. So too sick to wash the dishes, but not too sick to have intercourse?
Intercourse? Mom, come on. We didn't sleep.
Intercourse?
Okay, yes, we slept. Why am I having this conversation? I gave you a key for emergencies only.
Yeah, it was an emergency. The health department was going to come in and condemn the place. We'll eat your breakfast.
We did a continental stitch. This is a continental cast on. Yeah, cast on continental. Meanwhile, dog knows it's almost walk time, so he's busy here sulking. Okay, now he's coming to disturb me. Okay, we are going for a walk. Okay, you wanna eat me? What time is it? Walk time! Ish. Excuse us? At least you have sat down. Hey. Now what? Promise that I will do something like a Kenyan dish, and at this point the easiest I can do is managu, aka osuga in Dolo and nightshade in English. I don't know the scientific name, but yeah, basically you just get the vegetables and leaves. If you don't like the sticks or the stalks or the branches, you just simply cut them, then boil the leaves, chop them, fry them with oil, onions and tomatoes, and just dip the vegetables in the mixture. You don't need to make a well. You don't need to make a well. Also, you can add milk or cream. I would have loved to add milk, but at the moment I don't have milk, and the shops this side are very, very far, so we shall have them like this. The good thing is there is meat stew, so we'll just go hand in hand, and ugali. Since time immemorial, I've always wanted to learn how to draw. Drawing to me looks like a beautiful superpower. It's just like writing, the way writers conjure magical words using words. Now drawing, you use pencil and a blank canvas. I did start learning how to draw in 2020 when people are picking up new hobbies, but as fast as I picked it up is the same way that I put it down, and it's only until sometime in August that I decided, why not, using my journal that I've made from scratch, use a book to instill that habit for writing daily and drawing, so that I can make this a habit. So every day during the evening and during my nighttime routine, I just take the time to find a piece of art that inspires me to draw something, and then out of that drawing I make a poem from it. Some of them I've uploaded and published on my blog. If you want to go to check, the link is on my description box. And it's just been so fun, and hopefully when I look back and I've honed this skill of drawing, I would love to see how much I've improved. And yeah, it's very cathartic, very, very cathartic. I will advise you, if there's something you really, really wanted to do, for example drawing, just pick it up. The time is now. I just want to go home to the place where I'm safe. I wanna go home. I need to go. I know. Some people like us shouldn't be singing, but when the song just hits you, and hits right, you can't help it. Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. Sorry I didn't do a FaceTime the first day of this vlog. My neighbors are currently constructing, so it was a bit of crazy brouhaha, and I didn't want to compete with them. But as you've seen, I'm reading Whispers in the Jungle. It's part of the Kenyan Readathon prompt. We are on week 3. This week is to read books set around a community, and the book is set around the Kikuyu community around Chania. The other prompt is read a poetry and listen to some Kenyan songs. I am reading When You Speak, as you saw, and also listening to some sweet R&B Swahili Kenyan songs. The person who said that Kenyans do not have awesome music, at some point I did agree with them, but then went to Spotify, discovered this sweet playlist. I will share a link to the Sun Chasers playlist that has quite a number of Kenyan artists who are doing great things with music. The other prompt is, what is the other prompt? I don't know the other prompt, but I know so far I've ticked 2. Whispers in the Jungle started off on, I can't say a high note, but it's flowing so well. I'm 70 pages in. I love the fact that it tells so much about the Kikuyu community and their way of life then and now, a few of the changes that have happened. I also love the fact that this man doesn't translate some things, like when I say, oh, alikuja kwangu, and then, some authors, Kenyan authors, tend to do that in the middle of the dialogue, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Make a glossary. It makes things so fluid. And I know they're trying to reach outside masses and they want them to understand the book, but please let them go Google. So I love that part about him. I was expecting a bit of thrill and that foreboding. It isn't there. And the point I have reached in the book, I feel like it has ended, and that element of suspense. But I don't know what to expect more. So I will read some more today and then update you later on to see if something has become fearsome. But overall, I'm enjoying the experience. If you're taking part in the readathon, what are some of the books that you have read? Some of the new authors that you have discovered. Every day is a day for discovery. I like this, So yeah, you've seen my face, you've had my bad voice, and I've updated this vlog. So until our next update, I hope you have an amazing day.
So we could be looking for a sniper.
Well, I just shot once.
Why does he shoot once if Gabe wasn't his target?
He deserves a chance.
I found something.
What is it, Hutch, the injured squirrel?
Torn skin embedded in the bark. There's something.
What's up? What's up? How are you? How's been your day? Have you read something today? You just want to sleep? Okay, fine. Preparing the drawing for today's blog post. It's gonna be hot. We look so cute. Hey, let's go to bed. Let's go. Twende. Haya, ndio mwendo twende. Let's make pancakes. Hi buddy, you're my buddy. You enjoying your pancake? Oh yes you are. Dixie, you see your hairs? We will shave you now. We will shave you. Shave you, Baba. Shave you. Dog. Everywhere. Dog hair. Dog hair. Everywhere. This is why it takes ages to finish cleaning. This is why it's using. To do an outline for my September spread journal so that I can do the video tomorrow. And then from this I want to do my final reading session of Whisper in the Jungle, and then I can do a comprehensive reading update and summary of the book. Last round. Hi. Say hi to the camera. Yeah. Like it. Enjoy the evening sun. So sweet. Okay, let's finish reading. Finally finished reading this book. On to the poems for today. Cooperate. Favorite song by Wairimu Karen. I listened to my favorite song today. I expected it to tug at my heartstrings like it used to, but it didn't. I thought I would be caught up in the beat, drowning in the melody, singing along to the lyrics that always evoke memories, the nostalgic moments that you and I shared together. I listened to my favorite song today. It had been months since I had listened to it intently. I would always keep it when it was scheduled to play next on my playlist. I wanted to listen to my favorite artist, sing along to my favorite tune, but I was afraid of what the song will do. I was afraid it will bring my heart back to you. You who I always wanted to forget, but the memories of you are like the chewed piece of gum on a trouser that just won't get off. Every time that Katie sang that nobody compares to you, I will remember your uniqueness, your demeanor, your face, your smile, your ambition, your generosity and your cheekiness when she sang that you are once in a lifetime. I could not help but wish that you were by my side. You were perfect. Hi guys, welcome to the end of this reading vlog several days later. By several I mean 3 days. Life happens. We finally read the book from beginning to end. Whispers in the Jungle. I'm still wondering where these whispers were from. This book, for most of the part, is marketed as a thriller. As a hardcore thriller lover, for me that missed a mark. It was more of a mystery than thrill. There was a bit of suspense. I feel like the young ones will really love, enjoy and learn so much from this because they are still at their formative years and they need to know that knowing where you come from is really, really important. Adults can really also take something from this story because it delves deeper into this thing of modernization versus our traditions, you know. I won't go into in-depth details of what entails in this book because it will give away so much for those who want to read it. But I also feel that it's like an ode to the Gikuyu culture and tradition as a whole. We get to see the Gikuyu's traditions, way of life. We get to explore how they carry out circumcision. You know, this thing about boyhood to a man. We get to explain their origin story. There's a lot of folklores and folk tales in the book. Save Brother Bell, give me a few minutes. Where was we? Oh, we get to see how they live their life, how there's division of labor. You get to see their customary ways of marrying each other. You get to see who really runs these homes. You know, the land is for the men, and right then the women never used to inherit land, but it's the women who determine how this land, you know, is utilized. It was such a rich experience. I know from my education in primary school, some of the things they could do because we get to learn each other's tribes, but I didn't know things as in-depth as I did when I was reading this book. So that was quite, you know, informative, and I was welcome for that. For this thrill, this mystery, I can't delve deep into that. But as some of the main characters were questioning some people's way of thinking, we shouldn't be forced to choose if we are going to continue on with the traditions that used to be back then versus, you know, being modernized, because every day things are changing. It's the information era. You either learn new things or you become, you know, outdated like the dinosaurs. But it's really important to remember where we are coming from. I feel deeply that is the take home for this. Aside from that, there's the themes of identity, the themes of love, the themes of family, obviously traditions and our culture takes forefront in this book. It was interesting. Can I say it was fun? It was interesting. It was interesting. If I read this book within 3 days, it was interesting and informative, and I was welcome for that. I hope we'll get to read more thrillers from Kenyans. And when I mean thrillers, I mean, you're sweating, you're feeling like you can't breathe, you want to turn the next page, I want to see more of that. I know there's a story that some time back was making rounds on Facebook. I think it was by Charles Chanchori, if I'm not wrong. And we followed this taxi man who one morning was just, waking up and starting his business, mnafungua kazi. And then there's this soldier who decided to board his taxi. And from then on, when the taxi man realized that he has been hijacked, there's just so much, he had a gun. If I stand to be corrected, because I read, it was quite a while back. It's not a decade. I was so thrilled. I don't think I finished the story. And I was like, now this is what we call thriller. Tell me this is a thriller and I'll accept it. And I would love to see more, writers writing thrillers. This readathon has really exposed me to so many Kenyans who write, new Kenyans. Our poetry is, I finished When You Speak and I realized how much more I love this book than I did the last time I read it. I've read it once. This is the second time. And this year during the readathon, I've reread a few books that I've loved, and I see why I really, really love these books. Overall, week 3 was amazing. I got to read a book that revolves around folktales. I got to read a book that, focuses on a certain group, the Kikuyu. I got to listen to Kenyan music. Also, what else was I supposed to do during week 3? Yeah, I read poetry, the song part, folk-tales. So basically, most of the prompts for week 3 are done. We are on week 4. Hopefully, I want to reread one of my favorites, The Book of Choice. I also want to try and read and finish Beer Pressure. I'm rereading Many Fragile Things, a poetry collection by Victoria Mujiri that I really, really, really loved. We are actually on page 23. I've read it in one setting, but I had to take a break so I can update this video, edit and upload it so that you can watch it and enjoy it. Overall, I love that I've taken part during this readathon. Obviously, as I said last year, I wasn't in the middle space to take part in it, but I'm so glad that I've taken the charge. I've stepped up. I've redeemed myself, and I would love to read more poetry from Kenya because I feel like our poetry is really BA, as in I can stand and shout and say, read our poetry. And hopefully one day I'll also publish a book on poetry. Still debating it. That's a story for another day. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It was more of a calm down and solitude. Solitude session for me and my dog. And I really, 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 really love this time. Time to just calm down and do things that I really love. And genuflect, because I feel like mentally I was just about to spiral, and I think I'm afraid because last year sometimes like this I was entering one of the darkest depressions that I ever experienced in my life, and I felt like this time I was afraid that I'm going back there. So I just had to step back, have a bit of solitude time, and calibrate my thoughts, remind myself, reaffirm these things, how far we have come. So this vlog, it wasn't much of my face. I would have loved to show more of this big face, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're reading books that are giving you more pleasure to take off the pressure of life. So until my next video,